Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Far Cry New Dawn. Episode 16. So, we are heading to New Eden, where the twins have gone and attacked and probably killed almost everybody. Because Ethan, Joseph's son, betrayed all of his people because he's a spoiled brat who needs to die. And he's going to give everybody access to the crazy wacky apples that made me trip balls and turn into the Hulk. So, what? How did I miss? Does this goat have intangible powers? It's very interesting. Also, 15 perk points. Let's take a peek down here. Increases the regeneration rate of Eden's gift. That could be helpful. I can only get one thing though, because he's... Oh wait, no, I can get... Press X while in midair for additional jump height. Do I really need a double jump though? Wrath. Hold R3 to temporarily increase speed, melee damage, reduce damage taken, and be immune to knockdowns. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't really need the jumping ability. More medkits. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bean time. Bean time? Toby? It's bean time. Alright, so let's deal with these chuckleheads. Now, I hope this can't be the final confrontation. Where's the book? I found the book. You guys can take that down now. And you can take that one down too. But yeah, like I said, I hope it's not the final confrontation because that would really suck. I mean, I know this isn't a, like I said, it's basically an expansion. It's not like a full-on, completely fleshed out single game, but... Yep. As they say, everybody's dead. It's a New Eden Chapel.
Someone help! I'm hurt!
You're not hurt anymore. Now you're alive.
We didn't stand a chance. They just tore through us. The twins, their army. No one warned us.
Well, it's hard to warn people when they don't have radios. He betrayed you, that's what he's done. Alright, real quick. Let's, has anybody told you to stream Apex Legends yet? Nobody's asked me to stream it, however, someone was asking me about it. It might have been Albert, I'm not sure, but somebody was, asking me if I'd seen it. I mean, if ever there was a time to bring in the judge, this would be it. Hello, Judge. You don't talk though, do you? Alright. That's fine. You stay silent. Well, you can give up your kooky ways and join my people. I don't need to activate Wrath just yet. Although there's a whole lot of ammo refill stuff, so that's a little disconcerting. You want to join me there, pal? Thank you. And here we go.
Please. Ethan brought them here. The locusts.
Hey, Rabbit. Thought we took care of you. You just don't seem to want to die. So fucking stubborn. We're stubborn too.
The shame of it all is that we could have been on the same side. You and us. We really could have done something. I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Nope, wasn't meant to be.
So let's end this.
You keep your goopy colored smoke away from me. Who is shooting me? Oh, I've got my superpowers on. Oh good, he's dead. That was helpful. What's up, asshole? Ah, you suck. Get out of here, dog. She's still up there. I'm dead. God damn it. Yes, that was awful. I always have to laugh whenever anytime somebody like is watching my channel thinking I'm some pro gamer YouTuber guy. Like, no.
Get the fuck. I see you. You're right fucking there.
Like, not hardly. Oh shit. Oh, there she is. I need that helmet off you.
Let's bring more people in this party. Reinforcements are on their way. Oh God!
Goddamn dog. Fuck off. Alright, that's really aggravating. Clearly she needs to get handled first. God damn it. This is a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. I mean,
Get the fuck! Hey! Peekaboo! Plates are catching! Let's bring more people in this party. Reinforcements are on their way.
alright, I really... Thank you. Goddamn dogs! What the fuck? Really pissing me off. Really pissing me off.
Get the fuck! I see you! You're right fucking there! Oh yeah! Oh, fuck! Get down! Ah, did you fall down? Let's bring more
I'm gonna
people
die
in this
right now.
party.
Yep, I knew it.
Reinforcements are on their way.
This fucking sucks. What's going on, Albert? Welcome back so you can watch me die 5,000 times.
Get the fuck out! Hey! Peekaboo! Good lord! Ah, did you fall down? Gonna blow!
Alright, there's got to be a way up there. Yep. God damn it. What's up, asshole?
Let's solve this fucking problem. Reinforcements are on their way.
No fair!
You are so dead! Grab it, meet dirt. Better not get up.
Knock it off.
You're gonna die for that.
You got air support coming in.
Run. God damn it, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Sure would be nice if I had someone who could help me.
Get the fuck out. I see you. You're fucking there. There, all right. Just out.
Heading to you now. I'm already bored. Let's go do something. Let's bring more people in this party. Reinforcements are on their way.
Oh, good. I don't have any, awesome. Awesome. I have no med kits. Come on, Gina, help me. Help me, Gina, help me.
Heading that way.
Yeah. Well, you didn't help me, Gina. God damn it. Yeah, I want Gina to help me. I want her to freaking get involved here. I gotta shoot this wackadoo.
Get the fuck out. Hey, peekaboo. You are so dead. Bring it, rabbit.
Let's bring more people in this party. Reinforcements are on their way.
How in the hell am I still burning when I'm... I don't know. I don't know. Where is she? Where you at? Oh my god. Oh, great. Now they're dropping freaking mortars all over the place. Awesome. Because this wasn't already a huge pain in the ass. Where did she go? There she is. That's right, bitch.
Think about fucking helping me, you fucking rabbit!
You got air support coming in!
Hey, Mickey, you okay? No! You? No. Hey, you ain't dying, are you?
I guess I broke my promise.
What?
To Mom. I told her we wouldn't end up like Dad.
Well, you did, and now you're dying.
A lot of fun, though, right?
Hey. Hey! Do not die first! You do not get to die first! I'm the oldest! I go first! God damn it! Lou!
If they weren't psychopaths, you'd kind of feel bad for them.
Lou! I was supposed to take care of you.
Yeah, boo-hoo.
I was supposed to take care of you and I didn't, and I'm so fucking sorry I fucked this up, man. I'm fucking sorry. You know, Rabbit, you remind me of our mom. She had hope. She had dreams. She just wanted to fucking make things better, and I should have listened to her. But things just got carried away.
Oh well.
Do what you gotta do.
Ethan's gone after his father. You might have time to stop him. If not, well, you've had a good run. Fuck. I can't believe I'm still alive. You could do something about that, or if you just leave, you'll never see me again.
Fuck you. I mean, Albert, what was confusing? When I was saying help me, help me, help me, that was reference to the Gina who was supposed to be running over to revive me and never did. And I don't know where she's at, but I'm guessing she's dead. Alright, so where are we headed now? All the way north, I'm assuming. Yep. So the bonus is, I can just travel there. Oh, yeah, no, Toby's a sarcastic one, but he got that from his dad. I kind of, when he's playing his games, I usually come up behind him and I'm like, don't die, don't get killed now, don't get killed. Stay alive, don't fuck up. Just to, you know, just to drive him up a wall. Because that's a father's job. Alright, so I gotta get up that way. Hey, douchebag Ethan, are you gonna turn into Super Saiyan and because you ate the apple and I'm gonna have to deal with that? So I wonder what would happen if I let Mickey live. I mean, after all that, I have absolutely no reason to want to let her live, but I mean, obviously I could have. Just curious.
Ethan, what have you done?
I did what I had to do. I freed myself. I freed us all from you. From your rules.
Ethan, don't.
I will have what you denied me. You gave it to an outsider, but you wouldn't give it to me! I am your flesh and blood.
That was God's will.
You don't know God's will!
I was trying to protect you, son!
Well, now you bit the wacky apple.
The taste is sweet.
Transformation grunts. Yeah, sorry if it sounds like your dad, but I am a dad, so kind of goes with the territory.
Soul is not clean. Stop him, please.
Stop him. There's only one way I know how to stop people, and that's to put an arrow through their brain. Or a bullet. I can use bullets. Uh-oh. He's hulking out. Oh, monster Ethan. Oh, look at you. Oh, I don't have any medkits. That's a bad thing. Ow. I don't really appreciate you throwing things like that at me. Oh, I'm dead. I got stomped out by a giant yellow monster. Explain what? Like I'm not getting what you want explained. I need med kits, dun 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 dun. I need med kits. Ouch. Whoops. Run, Ethan. Or whatever my name is. Ouch. That hurt. I'm gonna die. I didn't get teleportation powers. What kind of crap is that? Oh shit. Ouch. Run. God damn. Oh, that was bad. Ow. Yeah, I don't know what the trick is going to be to taking this guy down. God damn. Alright, I can't answer whatever you're saying at the moment because I'm currently fighting a giant monster. Hold on. God damn it! Fuck. Oh, you don't know what's going on in the game. Oh. Okay. You haven't played Far Cry 5, right? So, I'll just try to summarize real quick. So this kid, Ethan, that's just turned into the monster, right? Well, there's this tree that's got special apples on it. I passed the test and was able to absorb all these new abilities without it taking me over and turning me into a monster. And the reason it exists is because this is all post-nuclear holocaust and all this shit. And this kid thought it's a typical... He assumed he was going to be the next leader of the new civilization, and his father instead gave that role to me, and he's all jealous and wants to kill everybody that turned their back on him, even though that's not really how it is. So now he ate the apple, and because his soul is not clean, he succumbs to whatever makes the apple and to turn him into a monster. And that monster is going to stomp my guts out. Damn. The problem is, I really can't get all that. I can't get accurate enough to do anything to him. Son of a bitch. Oh my god, I'm a moron. I keep forgetting that I can just craft new stuff. Get out of here. He's got those glowing spots I'm supposed to be able to hit and do extra damage to, but it won't let me. There you go. Ow. What, am I out of arrows or something? No, why the hell did I switch to that? Whoa. Kiss my ass. Ow. Why are you taking the weapon out of your hand? You idiot. Oh look, I found stuff. Ow. Get the hell away from me. No. Oh, I can't go over there now. Wonderful. Whoop, 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 whoop. Man, if I am not super accurate, it sucks. Whoa, run away because you're bad news. Again, why does he not have his weapon in his hand? Shit. You just see me, I'm literally sitting here weaving back and forth hoping to not get hit. How come I can't dodge anything that he does? God damn it. No. Oh my God, this is infuriating. How did that miss? That's the other thing that's really pissing me off, is that so many times I'm trying to hit him and somehow it's impossible to hit him. Ah, god damn. Son of a bitch. come on. He's almost dead. Just fucking die already. Oh, thank God. Albert, the reason I wasn't using guns is because none of the guns I have do nearly as much damage as my bow. My bow does a crazy amount of damage.
No. Father. Father. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm so scared.
I know, son.
Can you forgive me?
And then Joseph Seed goes crazy again and tries to kill the whole world.
Oh, my son. His only fault was that he was mine.
Well, and he was a asshole. Intermission. Ethan. Years ago.
Why can't I have one?
You know the answer.
But I want to be strong, like you, Father.
This gift can be dangerous. And I don't want you getting hurt, Ethan.
Well, what about when I grow up?
Not even then.
But why? I want one.
Because it's not God's plan.
Should've just told him it's poisonous.
Do you understand me, son?
You're an old man. And when you die, I will take one.
Your son was a little douche.
I thought I understood God's plan.
No, you're not crazy. Because Joseph Seed wasn't...
I thought he wanted me.
He wasn't a good guy to begin with. And his son was a piece of shit, too. So you're basically seeing him get his just desserts from Far Cry 5. Kind of the shit that he pulled in the game prior to this.
But I am not his shepherd. You are. My soul has become a cancer. I am a monster. And I have only spread suffering and death in the name of God.
Well, yeah.
My family is all ash. And Eden is dust. And there is no redemption for this. No atonement.
What, do I have to kill you now? Or are you gonna jump off the cliff?
There is only the justice of God's hand. End this vicious cycle. Give me God's justice. Release me.
Bye. Didn't even wait for that. Alright, well. He's dead. I killed the father and the son. And the sacred tree. Albert's asking, did you play God of War? Not yet. I have it though. So I will be playing it. So now what? Where am I exactly? Okay, so this way leads to radiation. Alright, bye, Joe. Oh, wrong way. Bye, Joe. Sorry I had to kill you. But not really that sorry. Although this character that I'm playing as wouldn't have any real reason to feel the absolute need to kill him out of vengeance or anything. But we still don't know what happened to the deputy from Far Cry 5 that was in the bomb shelter with Joseph, so... I'm sure I read this, right? No, maybe not. Joseph's diary. Today I showed my son the gift. As I feared, he immediately wanted it. Anything to be stronger rather than build his own strength. I explained to him God did not want him to have it. He told me that one day I would die, and that when I did, he would simply take what he wanted. Every day he reminds me sin is rooted deep within his soul. I forgave my siblings for that, and I will try to forgive my son, but I will not let him do as he pleases. That was my mistake with Jacob, John, and even Faith. It won't happen again. Alright, do you guys have weird supplies stashed somewhere? They must. There's like 2 things of components, and I don't know what the hell they are. Tell stories. I don't know what stories to tell. Oh, what about over here? Okay, obviously this is... Okay, get out of here. There you go. Oh, god damn it. What are you doing? Controls all of a sudden are all goofy. Aha, there they are. They were all hidden away here, huh? Very clever. And actually that's kind of funny because like there's all these components that the New Edeners were supposed to not want anything to do with, like any kind of technology. And look what we found. travel down to this spot. Like, what kind of stories do you want? So, told pretty much all my ghost stories multiple times. Okay. Oh, I don't like you. See, my arrows do 1,200 points of damage per hit. You know, other than if you're hitting that giant monster, but the gun only does like 800 points of damage, so this does quite a lot more. Construction log, day 47. The construction goes well. Workers complain more and more of bad dreams and illness. I notice that the chosen few who have taken the gift do not seem to be as affected, and those who work the night shift near the sacred flames we've lit also seem less harmed. Surely Ethan would benefit from this information, but I hesitate to tell him. The North is a sensitive subject. I'll likely tell a priest instead and leave it to them to disclose. Ah, so you're lying to your kid from day one. God, I don't know. I could tell you crazy old school hardcore show stories. Dumb fights I've gotten into. I need, what, one more spring? I could tell you the tale of a man we called Cheesehead. This arrogant prick who used to fuck with my brother all the time when we were in high school. And I don't know, just didn't like that kid from the beginning. And long story short, without going into like the whole like build up of it, ended up got into it with this kid. He was 2 years behind me. I was a senior. I think he was a sophomore or a junior. I don't remember. But it was funny because like in lunch, this kid's making all these like barnyard animal noises like the whole time, and it was like really fucking annoying. Like just mooing and making chicken sounds and just, you know, where the hell is this other? I know I'm distracted when I'm trying to tell the story, but I'm trying to find this this last screw. But yeah, he was just aggravating everybody, and I had already made it clear that I didn't like him. So we leave lunch, like lunch time's over, and we start going into the hallway, and this kid's like right behind me, and he's making these fucking noises again, and it's like right in my ear. So I turn around, and I told him like, dude, knock it the fuck off. And then I turn around, and I hear his buddy go, do it again, do it again. Is that it over there? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Complete. So yeah, I hear his buddy going, do it again, do it again. So he gets right up behind me and goes, like loud as shit, like right in my ear. So I just turned around, I'm looking at him, and mind you, like, I wasn't a small kid, you know, like, I played football, like, I've always been a bigger guy, and he's just like this skinny fucking kid with a giant oversized starter jacket on. And I don't know if you, I mean, do you know what a starter jacket is? Old school brand jacket. And hold on, there's like no. Oh, I gotta go to Rush's grave. Okay, so I do have a mission to do. So anyway, like, I had this, like, the kid was wearing this big freaking jacket, and, like, it was a Washington Redskins jacket, I remember that, because we're like, who the hell's a fan of the Washington Redskins, right? So anyway, I turn around, after he does that in my ear, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he's looking at me like, "What?" And he's like squaring up like he wants to fight me, and I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "I'm serious if you're serious." I'm like, "Okay." So I just let my backpack like slip down off my shoulder, and I'm just looking at the kid. I'm like, "All right, it's go time," you know. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking whoop on you." And he's all trying to act tough in front of his friends. So I smacked him, literally slapped him across the face, because I figure, screw this kid. It's disrespectful as hell to get slapped in the face, so that's why I did it. And then at the time I had hair, like I actually had long hair. And so his big move was to grab my hair and try pulling my hair. And then I just started swinging on him. Then, where it really gets funny, is he then decides to, like, shoot in and try to wrap his arms around my waist, thinking he's going to pick me up, presumably to slam me. I think that's what he thought he was going to do. Not so much. So... yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm completely balancing myself, and I'm looking at the other people that are like watching this fight, like all the other kids, and I'm just looking at them like, this is he for real? Like, you know what I mean? Like being really sarcastic. And then because he was bent over like that, you know, and I broke his hold of me, and next thing you know, he's just like swinging, and his starter jacket, because it's, like I said, it's this big, big, billowy winter jacket, and the hood went up and went over his head, so he just looked completely ridiculous. And I hooked my arm around his neck, and I basically started throwing a whole bunch of uppercuts right into his face. And you got to understand, at the time, I used to wear these big skull rings, these steel rings, and some of them were spiked. And so I punched him a whole lot of times in the face. And then somebody grabbed me from behind and yanked me down off of the kid, and it was his buddy. And I was ready to whirl around and beat that kid's ass, but the reason why I didn't was because he broke up the fight, because the one janitor was about to come in to break up the fight, and the janitor was an old guy, and odds are he was probably going to get hurt if he got in the middle of it. So... like, another teacher also showed up at the same time and, like, grabbed me, and I'm like, I just picked up my backpack, and he escorted me to the office. And my hands were all, like, I had blood all over me, like, I had little cuts in my knuckles from punching this kid. And so I'm sitting in the office, and as for getting in trouble, kind of, yes and no, but the best part was, it was... towards the end of the school year, it was really freaking hot that day, and I got taken into the office where it was nice and air conditioned, and explained to the vice principal and the principal what happened. I told them, like, you know, I'm like, I've had a lousy week. This was a Monday. I'm like, I had a lousy weekend. This kid got on my last nerves. He was making all these barnyard noises and pissing everybody off. He did it right in my ear. I said, don't do it again, and he did it again. I'm like, so I took him out. And like the vice principal was like, yeah, you sure did. And so I'm asking if I can go wash my hands, and he's like, yeah, just wait for somebody to come over and escort you to the nurse's office, because I had this kid's blood on me, and my knuckles were cut. So I'm like, I want to at least be able to go wash my hands. So while I'm sitting there, my buddy Scott comes into the office. And he sees me sitting down on, on the one chair, and he's like looking at me. He's like, yeah, I just heard about the fight. And he's like, wait, you're not bleeding or anything? I'm like, yeah, no kidding. So he's like, yeah. So this kid's name was John, the one who I got in the fight with. He's like, yeah, John's friend was telling everybody that like John broke your nose and that you were bleeding all over the place. And I'm like, dude, he hit me like maybe one time when he pulled my hair and punched me in the face, like once. And other than that, like, that was all he did. Maybe he was hitting me in the body when he was like swinging wildly, but like nothing that was actually damaging. So Scott's like, yeah, I went by the lockers right out to the cafeteria, and he's like, there's a trail and puddles of blood all in front of the lockers where the fight took place, and they were cleaning it up. I'm like, well, it's not me. So The one teacher finally came in and escorted me down to the nurse's office. So I go into the nurse's office to wash my hands, and there's that kid John, and his lip is split wide open. So that's why there was a ton of blood. He had like a bunch of little cuts around his face too, but like his lip was just busted wide open. And so I'm like just looking at him, and I'm just kind of grinning. I'm like, I don't have to say anything, you know. So I go back to the office, and the result was I had to sit in the office for the rest of the day in the air conditioning, and I was allowed to go to my locker whenever I wanted to without any supervision. And if I needed to get my sketchbook out or if I needed to get anything. This kid who I fucked up, however, he was a repeat offender. The vice principal and principal had both said, like, yeah, this isn't the first time that, you know, he's done something like this, that he's gotten himself beat up, blah, blah, blah. So he ends up, for the rest of the day, sitting in what we called moto, which was motivation, which is indoor suspension. And basically, you have to sit in a room and do nothing. Like, you can't do homework, you can't read, you can't do anything. You just have to sit in that room at a desk. You can't nap. You just have to sit there for hours. So for the rest of the day, that kid had to sit there. I had a 1-day suspension, I think. 1 or 2 days. I think it was just 1 day. I got suspended for 1 day. And if it was 2, it was 2. But I'm pretty sure it was just 1 day. He was suspended for the rest of the week. And then had like 3 more days of moto. So it was like he had the next 4 days suspended out of school. And then like 3 days indoor, or, you know, in school suspension in moto, where he had to sit and do absolutely nothing the whole time. So he got severely punished for getting his ass kicked. You know, well, not for getting his ass kicked, but for getting in another fight. Because, like, yeah, he would start shit with people all the damn time. So, you know. So I ended up seeing this kid at a wrestling match, like a high school wrestling, not a professional wrestling. But I see him at a wrestling match, and he and his buddy was trying to egg him on. Is like trying to say how John like whooped my ass, and I'm laughing, and like friends that were there were laughing. Like, you got to be kidding me! Like, you know, we were all there, we all saw the fight. Like, you're out of your mind. Wait, hold on. Are we going to a cutscene? Okay. So, like, and his buddy's like, John was throwing body shots and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, he did nothing to me. Look at your boy. And he's sitting there, his whole face is swollen up, his lip is all fucked up. And then his friend is like, well, if I was you two, I'd have a rematch. Like, I'd fight again. You should have a rematch. And I'm just looking at this kid, and I'm like, I'm always down, man. You know, like, I don't care. And, you know, he's just looking at me, and you could tell he's like, I don't want anything to do with that. I was like, yeah, I don't think he's in the mood to get in another fight, because he would get fucking wrecked again. So, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, but mind you, this was like 1993. Because Albert's saying if that was my school, you'd be expelled and probably arrested for violence. And that's the thing, like, back then, you could get away with it. I mean, we had, like, vicious fights happen all the time at my school. Like, there was a lot of bad fights that took place. I remember 2 guys, I won't name names because this goes public, but 2 guys had gotten in a fight, I think it was my sophomore year or my junior year. And the one dude was just like big metalhead, and the other dude was like one of our football players, and they got in this big nasty fight. And the one teacher tried breaking it up because he was like hated violence and didn't want them fighting, and he got in the middle of it, and one of those dudes threw a haymaker and hit the teacher in the head and knocked him out. Like real bad. The fight ended right there. The minute that the teacher went down, that was the end of it. And they had to have him taken away in an ambulance, and you know, he had like a minor concussion and the whole 9 yards. Like, that was real ugly. But we had a lot of fights because, like, you know, there were ways to like get away with it. There were hallways that you knew, the 2 intersecting hallways. That if people had beef with each other, they could meet up at certain periods at that hallway because it would be so crowded that when a fight broke out, all the students would just, it would just be like a traffic jam of bodies, and it would take a long time for teachers or whoever to get in and break up the fight, which gave the fight plenty of time to happen. And then a lot of times, like when the teachers were getting too close to the point that they might see who was fighting, the fight would get stopped and everybody would kind of like blend into the crowd and like hopefully get away with it. Which, you know, I got away with it a couple of times, but that was like the only time that I ever got in a fight in school and got caught and got in trouble. Because there was another time, like right off the bat, I got in a fight in school, like before, like getting right off the bus, and that was kind of a wash. But most of the times I ever got in a fight, it wasn't in school. But like I said, back then, people weren't as freaked out about fights taking place, but that's because it was usually just fist fights, you know, and that's why they say, oh, boys will be boys. But it was like, you got beef with somebody, you got in a fist fight, and that was the end of it. Like that kid and I never beefed again. Like I never had a, like he stayed out of my way, you know, and didn't have an issue with him anymore, you know. So it's like you get that tension out, and but nowadays, it's same thing here. Like any school over here, if a fight takes place like that, you could easily get arrested, and you'll definitely get kicked out. So, but anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's go in here and get to this, what I'm assuming is going to be the epilogue. And then, because it's 67 minutes now. But we're going to go visit Rush's grave. And did I not even have to go into Prosperity? I didn't. Alright, so let's go visit his grave. This will probably be the end of the game, so let's do this.
He'd be proud of us. Look at what we've built together. How far we've come. There's always going to be trouble out there, but we'll manage, right?
Young lady, you are too young to be drinking alcohol.
There were so many times that I thought we were going to fail. That all of this would be for nothing. But we just didn't give up. Because we had hope. Here's to hope.
You're only 17, you shouldn't be drinking. That it? That's it. That is the end of Far Cry New Dawn. That was fun. I don't want to just hit skip because I don't want to, like... You can drink at 16 in Denmark, huh? I think in Canada you can still drink when you're 18. And I think it's like 17 or 18 in a lot of Europe. I just find it funny because in the United States you can't drink until you're 21, but you can smoke when you're 18. Not that I really care about any of it. I don't do any of that anyway, so. But yeah, I'm afraid of just hitting skip because I don't want to miss a cutscene if it pops up at the end of the credits. The world is yours. That's right, it's mine. Mine. Whoop. The end of Eden. Okay, do we have any kind of post credits kind of cutscene or anything, or we just go right into the game is over, open world? Yep.
When I look at all this, I'm
That's
reminded
it.
of why I married Kim. This place is shaping up real
Badge
nice.
unlocked. What else did I unlock? Anything else?
I miss toilet paper so
No?
fucking much.
I didn't earn anything, like no new... Forgot I was wearing the gorilla mask. Oh, it's so silly. So silly. Yeah. We're just cool now. Yeah. So clearly... Still plenty of spots to explore. I still got lots of components to find. Plenty of things to do to, you know, 100% the game. And I can still go back to all these outposts and free the outposts and then take them over again. But all that stuff I'm going to do on my own. I don't know if there's going to be DLC for this game or not. You know, like I said, since it is basically an expansion of Far Cry 5. But I hope they do, because it would be cool, even if there's like additional like post main game story missions, or, you know, I could see DLC of like other highwaymen trying to come in and take over, because the whole thing is, I mean, if Far Cry wanted, they can make this series just be set in this timeline now, where it's in the future, because, as I said, there's highwaymen all over the country. I mean, Rush came from the coast, and, you know, that could be a whole thing, is that maybe new highwaymen, like how the twins just kind of showed up, well, maybe others show up wondering what happened to the twins. Like, where are they? Where, you know, like, you know, they know about the twins because they were even making comments about how they don't want to be embarrassed again in front of like the other higher council or whatever. So there is plenty of legs left that they could build with this game, and really it wouldn't be anything more than like a small series of missions. And just have like these highwaymen could, you know, if you download the DLC, we could say they're taking over all of these outposts again, and then it turns into a real constant battle to defend the outposts. Like, that would be something you can do just immediately to make the game better. Just be like, or not make the game better, but I mean make the game continue to be playable, is like get alerts that certain outposts are under attack and you have to defend them. You know, and, you know, you got to try to take out whoever the new threat is. There's still, I didn't get that last treasure, huh? Well then, interesting. Well, I'll have to do that, but on my own time. But anyway, that's it for this game. This game is done, and then we'll be moving on from here. So it'll either be Batman or God of War. So we'll see what happens, huh? But again, short game. I mean, this was 16 episodes at about an hour plus each. So we're talking maybe a total, what, like 20 hours that it took to beat this? You know, with sticking to mostly the main missions. Probably less than that. But again, the game was $40, so I think it was worth the purchase. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I gotta make food, gotta eat, gotta shower, gotta do all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Albert, it's good to have you back on board and listening in and watching the nonsense of the game and hearing my stories. God of War. All right, I'll do God of War next. Just for you, Albert. That's the next game. All right, dude. So yeah, I'll do God of War. But yeah, that's it for now. So anybody watching this that hasn't already, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, do all the YouTube stuff as you've all been told to do a million times. And as always, until the next time, peace.